You guys are flying. You're going over 100 miles an hour down the metro.
Now, please get a warning. Please. But if I was a cop and the person told me, I'll be like, I might have slapped you. And I want to be your.
I don't want to slap.
So bad. But you told me that your license. You just got your license back. I ain't gonna get your license. I've seen one too many bodies. I promise I won't do it again.
I've seen one too many bodies, man. You know how many of those are?
In case you missed it, headlines recently reported, Young Thug's legal troubles continue to haunt him as Atlanta police target him shortly after his release from jail. This came right after Young Thug gave an interview discussing his beef with Gunna, only to find himself once again in the crosshairs of the feds.
I just like to help people, you know.
One of those artists was Gunna. You guys did a ton of songs together.
Yeah.
Very successful on your label.
Yeah.
He was arrested about the same time as you. I think a lot of people wonder what that relationship is like now.
Yeah. I know everybody wondering that.
What's it like?
I don't know.
This situation ties directly into Young Thug's new song, Money on Money, featuring Future, where he raps the lyrics, "Brody, you a rat, twin, you a pack, and these guys telling for nothing, and I gotta be the one calling them friends." These lines make it clear that Thug is distancing himself from Gunna and calling him out for snitching in court. When Gunna originally signed his plea deal in 2022, Young Thug reportedly found out the following day, during a court appearance, where he was seen banging his head on the table, unable to say anything to Gunna in that moment. Now, what Thug chooses to say and do after his release may land him right back in jail. A viral tweet summed it up best. "I'm sorry, but there's no way Young Thug stays out of jail while also being a rapper." The lyrics you need to use to keep fans engaged break his probation every time. DJ Academics also predicted this outcome, stating that the terms of Thug's release are a setup designed to fail. He explained that the court's conditions are essentially a trap that could eventually lead to Young Thug violating probation and facing 20 years in prison.
I know some of his fans think he beat the case. He definitely didn't beat the case. Beat the case means you have no stipulations. The Young Thug thing is a win, but it's also a huge setup. If you gonna tell me that they're gonna monitor him on a probationary basis for 15 years, can't be in Atlanta, can't communicate with co-defendants or members, he can't rap about, he can't promote any music that has to do with what they believe is activity. But he's always gonna talk about him and he's doing his thing. They might consider that activity. He might be like, yo, it's like, yo, we going to the park getting lit. We going to the club getting lit. They might be like, oh no, you talking about it. So, we celebrating right now because I think we could all see, if you follow that trial at all, whether you're a fan of Thug or not, you can see the pain, you can see this was going through it. Like, he gained a lot of weight. Everybody knows Thug is not that weight. So we happy he got out, but we definitely got to be very cognizant of how it's going to play out.
But things took a wild turn after a news report surfaced claiming that WAC 100 said he has 2 hours of footage showing Gunna allegedly telling on Young Thug in an interrogation room. This revelation sent shockwaves through social media and fueled speculation that the feds may be gearing up for another YSL-related case. With mounting pressure and public chatter, many believe that more legal trouble could be on the horizon for Thug and anyone still tied to the YSL name.
Gunna. Hey, Gunna, listen. I'm putting it together. I'm going to give you some time. I don't know, 24 hours, 12 hours, 5 hours, 6 hours, 1 hour. I don't know. I'm going to give you some time, though, Gunna. You to go ahead on and confess. Confess to the world about all the telling you did. You know that interrogation? Yeah. Can't you die? 2 hours? Boy, you was sitting there talking more than Hurricane Katrina. The only thing he did wrong was let a recording. You know what I'm talking about.
Young Thug would eventually address the situation by going live on Instagram, delivering a few surprising remarks. While he didn't mention any names directly, his tone and choice of words made it clear that he was aware of the circulating rumors and footage. The cryptic nature of his message left fans speculating about who exactly he was referring to and what might come next.
I miss you.
I miss you too. What you doing?
You don't like him?
No, if I'm up in the room.
Cause you was being mean.
Man, I don't need to play I fly over there.
He ain't gonna touch him.
With the entire world in a frenzy, DJ Academics leaked information claiming that Young Thug had been making several calls from behind bars to fellow rappers in the industry, warning them to stay away from Gunna. According to Academics, Thug was already distancing himself and encouraging others to do the same, even while he was still in lockup.
Streets are so atrocious. Young Thug told everybody that Gunna was a snitch. I'm telling you this, I don't know if you believe me. That's what he sent to. Or he sent a message to Dirk, Baby, there's a few other rappers who won't call their name. Just because some of them just told me the facts. All of them rappers start not doing Gunna, speaking out, they're chilling away. Thug got out, Gunna kinda hot. Ain't like he trying to really jump and work with Gunna, but
As the situation continued to go viral online, Young Thug knew he had to respond once again. He hopped on another brief Instagram live session, this time saying nothing, just laughing, leaving fans and the internet to speculate on what the laugh really meant.
Live. I just jumped on here to let you ladies know that yes, a goat can go live. Whoa! What's up? Who up right now? What's up? Who up right now?
What seemed like a semi-friendly back and forth quickly took a serious turn, as the world stood still when it was announced that the head of Georgia's PD Council Gang unit revealed his office is preparing to defend against a potential 4PF RICO case. The official paperwork reportedly name-dropped Lil Baby, sending shockwaves through the hip-hop community. What's even more alarming is that during the court hearing, police mentioned key evidence involving wiretapped phone calls. An investigator on the stand claimed someone on the tape said Lil Baby had tickets on some people's heads, a phrase suggesting he was allegedly placing money on individuals to have them dealt with, drawing eerie comparisons to the murder-for-hire allegations tied to Lil Durk.
Like, come on, bro, you know what's gonna go on. Like, how the hell you can, you know what I'm saying? Ain't like that, man. Got tickets on a lot of these folks.
We just heard somebody say these folks got tickets on these people. We know what's going on. First of all, who was that said that on the tickets?
The unidentified male that was being referred to as Unk.
And he's speaking with Mr. Sam.
Correct.
And what, in your experience, do you know what tickets are?
A price on somebody's head.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean on somebody's head? Which,
like a bounty.
Okay. To have them arrested?
Okay.
And who were they referring to in that portion of the call?
They were saying that they had heard that Dominique Jones had tickets on a lot of people's heads.
Dominique Jones had wanted to have people on.
Correct.
All right, moving on.
Rappers quickly began reacting, first Young Thug and now Lil Baby, as it became clear they were being targeted by the same Atlanta DA. Many warned Atlanta rappers to be careful, pointing out that this is the very same DA who built the case against Young Thug and also struck the plea deal with Gunna. The situation escalated when the news broke with a major update. Lil Baby has been taken into county jail for questioning in connection to the deaths of Jacody Davis and Lamont Freeman. Authorities reportedly questioned why he chose to shut down 4PF shortly after the crime occurred, raising suspicions and fueling speculation that the DA is building another major case.
Atlanta police are blaming a local rapper's music video for the deaths of two 10-year-olds, and a $50,000 reward is being offered for more information. So far, 7 people have already been arrested.
Between the bullets, it was nothing but bullets, pop, 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 pop.
At least 25 shots fired.
Yeah, it was terrible. It was just a concert. I was waiting for Lil Baby to come by my tacos up.
It was later announced that Lil Baby revealed he ended his record label, 4PF, in an effort to avoid it being classified as a street gang. However, many found the way he went about it highly suspicious, which only added fuel to the ongoing investigation and public speculation.
First of all, his fool had to come to an end. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. You said course. Why you said course?
Because all shit that be going on. And I had to start learning that, like, other people's actions, I could be held accountable for.
Right.
I ain't know all that at first. You know what I'm saying? I never would have went that route, but I ain't know. You know what I'm saying? Now that I know, I'd be a fool to just keep the same thing going. they trying to make something out of something that it ain't. Like, if I got any kind of control of, hey, we're gonna switch that whole thing up. It ain't even just about the police, it's just period. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never was supposed to make my label something that I talk about.
As the entire internet began pointing fingers at Gunna, the backlash grew so intense that his lawyer felt compelled to speak out. In an effort to clear the air, the attorney made it clear that Young Thug and Lil Baby were not being targeted because of Gunna's plea deal. He wrote, "I was Gunna's attorney, but I am not speaking on his behalf. This long post is solely to set the truth straight. Gunna did not cooperate, did nothing, and said nothing to affect Thug's case."
And you have personal knowledge that members or associates of myself have committed crimes to murder.
Yes, ma'am.
You were present along with Jeffrey Williams, Gordon Hunter, and a firearm Lil Thug. These items did not belong to you.
Yes, ma'am.
He spent 8 months in jail and was released in December 2022 after entering an Alfred plea. Gunna's plea could not and was not used at Thug's trial, and he was never named as a witness. He received a 5-year suspended sentence with no reporting, no travel restrictions, no living restrictions, and no probation. Over the last 2 years, Gunna has performed all over the world, achieving international fame and recognition while earning millions of dollars. In contrast, Thug went to trial and eventually pled guilty in Nolo after spending 30 months in jail. He received 15 years of probation with reporting conditions and is not allowed to leave Atlanta. Those who continue to badmouth Gunna should get over it. Enough said. A fan's reply to Gunna's lawyer would go viral reading, "Once you'll really learn the effects of Gunna snitching in that YSL trial, then you'll realize why Thug and Baby will never be cool with him again. Go learn as I'll teach you it right now." The post continued saying, "The Atlanta Police Department is calling out Lil Baby, saying his actions led to the passing of 2 young individuals last summer. During a press conference on Wednesday, February 26th, the Atlanta PD announced 7 arrests made in connection to the passing of Jackie Davis and Lamont Freeman. Major Ralph stated the incidents were a part of a gang war that started at Lil Baby's music video shoot last May, where 3 people were injured. He strongly said, "This team will work relentlessly to hold you accountable," referring to Lil Baby.
Investigation aspect of this, Lamont Freeman was allowed to be a 13-year-old for 27 minutes before gang violence ultimately took his life. Gang violence was orchestrated by adults in our city. And cowardly acts of an Atlanta-based rapper that decided to go over into a rival gang stronghold and shoot a music video in a place that he knew he should not have been. And in the subsequent days, we saw and ultimately the deaths of 2 children as a result of his cowardly actions. And you know who you are. And I tell you that this team will work relentlessly to hold you and the persons that you are affiliated with responsible for those actions.
Fans found it very odd that Lil Baby recorded a music video on an ops block outside of a taco stand. What made the situation even more suspicious was that a woman who was featured on the news was the one to inform the ops about Lil Baby's location. She posted on her Facebook that Lil Baby was at her taco shop, 3 cars deep, recording a music video.
We over here kicking in. We got Lil Baby shooting a video around here. You know how we do it at Snapping Taco. Baby, there he go. Y'all see him? He came to get him some tacos, baby. Y'all better pull up, because you already know how we doing at Snapping Tacos, baby.
According to the police, the ops weren't even aware that Lil Baby was at the taco stand until the woman's Facebook video drew their attention, causing them to pull up with firearms. What's even more concerning is that the feds are blaming Lil Baby for the situation, not the woman. Fans began drawing parallels to the traps the Atlanta DA Fannie Willis has been setting for rappers in the city. Just 1 week after Gunna took his plea deal, it was announced that Lil Baby had been arrested on Monday night for carrying a concealed firearm without a permit. He was sent to the Clark County Detention Center and held on a $5,000 bail.
I did
need 20 bands. Call the number for me. Hey, security. The black guy. Call the number for me. Locking me up for a return, but I got the life. Security. I need 200 bands a year. I swear to God, security. Security. I need 200 bands a year. You don't make 200 bands a year. Hey, lady, my check is at 9. Nah, check me good. I gotta do my nuts. Check me good. You on the camera? I gotta do my nuts. Check me good. I gotta. Alright, y'all let me that caution. That's every day. Y'all fired.
Fans believe this arrest was a warning related to what was actually written in Gunna's plea deal, but things get even deeper. Just 8 months later, academics revealed on stream that the name 4PF is now listed on the same RICO document that YSL was included on.
I've heard two of them. Like, I've heard the two of them. They're like, yo, these are getting going first, then these. I've heard things. And I don't know if I should say it. Again, I got nothing to do with no investigation, nothing, whatever. But these are top rounds. Well, one's a top round. The other one, matter of fact, I'll do the segment without saying anything. I'll just say this. I believe you know who the obvious name is. They're in Atlanta. They go by three letters. They've been popping. One of the top, I would say, 3 rappers in the game.
With the YSL trial now over, academics was finally able to reveal everything. Lil Baby's recent arrest almost seemed like a warning for a massive RICO charge coming his way. The rumor is that Young Thug, having grown up with Lil Baby in Atlanta, could be tied into this situation.
I'm going to tell you some things that you're going to have to take my word or don't believe. It's fine. I don't care if you will. When Fonnie Willis started targeting YSL, Fonnie Willis had a bunch of people to target. She wanted Thug. She got YFN. So she got YSL, YFN. Eventually, they were going to get to 4PF. That's one of the reasons they changed it. Except, from what I heard, the feds told them, it's okay. We got it. So the feds told them, like, it's okay if you dismiss the charge. So they didn't go that hard with trying to get dirt, especially after lockdown. They dropped that case. They dropped it. But the feds has realized we won't get dirt eventually. Doing the math? You see why Lil Baby is moving the way he's been? Because Lil Baby hasn't been on Fed watch. He's been on county, state watch.
After the Atlanta DA was unsuccessful in targeting Young Thug, it's likely she'll try to go after Lil Baby next. The evidence supporting this claim is that just 1 month after Gunna snitched, Lil Baby was arrested again, this time for an illegal window tint, with the official footage of the arrest being released online.
Man, you know why I pull you open up these windows? They're tinted. You can't see nothing. I'm a celebrity, man. Nobody can see me. Give me my ticket. Let me ride. I don't know what celebrity you are. It don't matter. Give me my ticket. Let me ride. I can't have nobody seeing me right here. Let my window up. Oh yeah, you good, but you can't have that tinted window, man. Alright, they give me a ticket. Have a good day, man. Now, who are you? You say you my name Lil Baby. Okay, I just need you to sign right here, okay? You got a pen?
827.
You don't be want to have it. You gotta have tickets, man. That was okay. I take a ticket and somebody follow me home. You put it 32. Huh? You put it 32. If you got a medical exception, you can get it signed.
In the body cam footage, Lil Baby was initially given a ticket. However, many notable sources online claim that once the police officer handed him the ticket and went back to his cruiser to submit it into the police system, Lil Baby's name was flagged. An officer further down the street then pulled Lil Baby over again, but this time he was arrested and brought to jail without any clear reasoning, almost as if it were a warning. As a result, Lil Baby had to fly his lawyer out to try to get him bailed out that same night.
Right the